1 Colossians chapter 4, verse 13. But I do not want you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning those who are fallen asleep, lest you sorrow as others who have no hope. The family of Mrs. Dorothy Daniel, née Moses, also known as Miss Greta, Ma Mike, Miss May, and Sister D of Sanssouci, announced her transition into glory on Saturday, 16 September 2023. She was the proprietress of D-Sport Shop, commonly known as Miss May's Shop, in the CDC on Jeremy Street in Castries, and a former employee of Chase Wholesale and Lafayette Wholesale Department. She was predeceased by her mother, Josephine Millie Moses, and her husband, Michael Gregory Mike Daniel. Left to celebrate her life are her children, Athanasia and Gertrude Daniel Winter, Rosemary Daniel, Martin Daniel, Alexander Andy Daniel, John Daniel, Cornelius Tony Daniel, Dolores Dolly Daniel Menal, Michael Mikey Daniel, Gemma Daniel, Coach Trevor Daniel, Christine Malacan, her adopted daughter and sister. Her 25 grandchildren, grandsons, Adelbert, Gayasi, Jelani, Jadi, Andres, Michael, Gabriel, Kamanthe, Azid, Chalice, Miles, Rishon, and Diedrich Daniel. Granddaughters, Keturah and Talula Malakan, Daniela Winter, Aziza, Vuiswa, Jamila J.D., Tia, Kea, Mikhail, Ronia, Destiny, and Elia Daniel. Her 5 great-grandchildren, Ethan Medina, Javin, Jasmine, Bodai, and Ryan Daniel. Her siblings and their families, Annette Alphonse, Pascal Moses, Timothy Moses, and Margaret Charles. Her sons-in-law, Edmund Malakan, Benjamin Menal. Her daughters-in-law, Alicia Daniel, Chanel Daniel. Her brothers-in-law and sisters-in-law and their families, Tilia Moses, Pastor Emmanuel Charles, Marcel Tutulia, Helena Daniel, Julian Daniel, Cecilia Alfie, Irene Blenman, Claudia Kokor Daniel, Angelina Daniel. Her many nieces and nephews, including the children of her late sister Priscilla Moses Thomas, the children of the late Florence and Sylvester Price, the children of the late James Daniel, the children of the late Stanley Daniel, the children of the late Fitzgerald Daniel and Gabriel James. Her cousins and their families, Muriel Alexander, recently deceased, Sylvia Judy Hurdle, Rosemary Pilgrim, Yarel Moses, Patricia Moses, Winston Gary Daniel, Agnes Phillip, Agatha Vidal. Her goddaughters, Angel Marshall Cyril and Bernadette Charbin. Her godson, Chad Dujon. Her close friends and sisters in Christ and their families, Loretta Ernest, Beryl Pitcairn, Veronica Rodney. Her brothers and sisters in Christ, Edward and Hyacinth Emmanuel, E.J. Flood, Simon Gerson, Teresa Alexander, Rosemary Jansen, Juliet Emilia, Joan Lewis, Mary Lubin, Sister Gustave, Sister Luska and the prayer group, Patricia Theodore, Patricia Jude, Josephine McDoom, Sister Agatha, Sister Rosalind, Carl Archibald, Verna Mondesi, Valerie Nelson, Gaspar Henry, Joanna Trim, Pastor Henry F. James. Her childhood friends, Norma Payne, Morella Anderson, Marie Auger, Eleanor Nono Hamilton, Agnes and Stephen Gainier, Aggie Weeks, her relatives and friends, Charme DeAndrade, Adele Smith, Mara Merlana, and Steffi Wallace, who were her other daughters. Myrna Hippolyte and family, Sherlyn and Jaden Lowy, Bernadette Goodman, Rhonda Girodi and family, Rochelle Victor, Esteline Martha, Irvin Hippolyte, Marjorie Frederick, Beulah Jean, Garnet Green, Gregory Peters. Her neighbors from Sanssouci and Jeremy Street, including Sonia Laurent and family, Amira and family, Esther Pierre, Mark Collymore, the Walters, the Casabons, the St. Clairs, the St. Roses, the Stevens, the Constantines, the Isaacs, Nigel Fulgent, Coach Glenn Carla Gist. Her church family at Bethel Tabernacle in Sanssouci and the Pentecostal Assemblies of the West Indies, St. Lucia District. Members of the Streams of Power Ministries at Waterworks Road. Members of the Wesleyan Holiness Church, the Inter-School and College Christian Fellowship. Heartfelt thanks to her caregivers, Sister Crescentia Augustine, Sabrina Belas, Nurse Daisy Samuel, Sister Les Flores, and Dr. Deborah Louisi. Her loyal customers and vendors at the Castries Market, including Claudia, Shirley, Catherine, and Lawrence. The managers and staff of Voyager's Store, the proprietors of Salemart, the proprietors and staff of Rakai's Wholesale. Former colleagues of Lafayette Supermarket and Wholesale. The viewing of the body of the late Dorothy Daniel, née Moses, will take place at the Bethel Tabernacle Church in Sanssouci from 1:30 p.m. on Saturday, 30th September 2023. The funeral service will follow at 2:30 p.m. at the Minor Basilica of the Immaculate Conception in Castries. The body will be interred at the Latony Cemetery in V4 on Sunday, 1st October 2023 at 3 p.m.